So hello guys, how are you doing? This is something truly special. Today we have the opportunity to show you the new ID Polo GTI. You've already seen that the new Polo has been released, but this is now the GTI model. And oh my goodness, does it look good. Not only in this red color here, but we will also show you a glimpse at a silver one that's sitting out there. You can also see the red one, how the wheel arches come out, how it sits low to the ground. I mean, imagine even painting that in body color. The car would look maybe even lower, maybe not with the side skirt, but with that front splitter that right there. Yeah, truly cool design. What do we have from a power perspective, from a performance perspective? Of course, GTI is not only, this is not a GTI line, this is a full GTI model. So first of all, MEB Plus front wheel drive platform. We have this APP 290 engine in here with an enhanced boost, so it does, I think, 226 HP compared to the biggest version that you can get with the regular Polo. So that's more power. You have the 52 kilowatt hour NMC battery, so that's a battery that has, let's say, more capabilities to also deliver performance and cold weather. I think that's also a good thing. From a chemical perspective, that's changed compared to the regular LFP batteries that we have in most cars. That's a good thing. And we have a limited slip diff at the front axle. So we don't only have, let's say, the electric engine powering the front axle like on the normal Polo, but you have a limited slip diff. So in total, also with the lowered ride suspension, that should add up in a very sporty driving feeling that you know from a GTI. Usually it's not harsh, it's not bouncy, but it's just very crisp and gives you a good feeling for the car, the extra. But I would suggest, and I would even guess, that probably most of the people could even drive with the GTI suspension in daily driving, because it will be usually there very comfortable, similar to what we do with the Golf R. I mean, we daily run our Golf R, and I don't expect this to be harsher from a suspension perspective than the Golf R. And yeah, from a size and stance perspective, I mean, imagine that car also in all black. It's not that worse, I would say. You could even argue running this daily, because also consumption is so low that even the 52 kilowatt hour battery likely will get you quite far, and you don't have to opt in for bigger cars. Look how far this diffuser comes out. I think this is the biggest diffuser we ever had on a compact electric car. It is huge, and also that, I mean, I don't mind that this is just the pure more or less plastic on it. I think it still looks good. I honestly prefer this to gloss black, because the gloss black gets so many scratches easily in real life once you clean it, and the dirt shows up a lot, let's say, worse on gloss black than it shows up on this. So if you ask me, this is for me the better version. And matte optic also makes it stick out very far, just as the side skirts do. I mean, look at this. This is almost white body kit if you look at this. And also the C-pillar gives the car a very compact, let's say, small greenhouse, wide wheels design. I'm so amazed that they were able to put that on the electric MEB Plus platform, because it looks totally different to what we know from the ID3, for example. And a really good design language. But yeah, without further talking from the outside, let's take a look in the inside. First thing that you will realize, we have retro style sports seats, and I can already tell you those are really comfortable. Once you get in here, I mean, it's the same comfort more or less as we know from the Golf. I've just driven here with our Golf R Black Edition, and I have to say that those seats here, they don't feel much different. I mean, it's also electric seat changing. It's more, I would even say it's the seat of the Golf R, just with a different design. So that's also cool for a platform or a car that is, let's say, positioned, of course, below that Golf. It doesn't feel like a car that is positioned below the Golf, because honestly, getting out of our 70,000 euro Golf R Black Edition, which is sitting right in front of there, stepping into this car, I have to say that this car has likely the better design and a much better design, I have to say, and also might even have better quality. I mean, we have to be driving that, but that center dials here, I mean, of course, we have to experience on the road every day, but from a first impression, that center dash here, that art velour or Alcantara, however they call it, feels very, very good. Steering wheel looks good and feels good. And of course, we have physical buttons right here. Design we will talk about in just a second. Dedicated GTI modes, retro skins, whatever. Physical buttons for everything that you can, let's say, operate here. Still pause and play for throttle and brake. Yeah, I think they have done a really, really good job. Also, that full inlay here with the GTI badge and the stitching, all that is Alcantara, and even this part here still is okay. I mean, it's not super cheap, and therefore works quite well. Close that door here, you can also see it. Yeah, that's a very nice material. Door lever, I think this is also what we know from the T-Roc already. Closes like that. Of course, lots of synergies with other VW cars of the recent, let's say, model years, like Tiguan or also the T-Roc. But yeah, with a fully new infotainment right here. This infotainment system is actually, I don't know, let's get out of the GTI mode. This infotainment system is, first of all, a nice screen with small bezels, and we have Harman Kardon. Small bezels here, a very, very sharp design, and not too huge, I have to say. It fits the size of the car. This looks similar, but has a totally new software. This is, from an infrastructure perspective, now on Android basis, and therefore probably has a lot more capabilities, runs even smoother. But the good thing is they have not fully, let's say, changed the layout again. They have more or less kept it similar. And I think this is a good thing. Also, if you get to the map right here, we're in Hamburg right now. Yeah, smoothness is there. I would say it's on the same level, at least on the same level as saying it again as the I think it was HMI 4.0 or something like that we have in the Golf R Black Edition, the 2026 model year right now. And yeah, but with lots more possibilities and yeah, even crisper screens. And a good thing, I mean, once you now look at the dials, is that there will be dedicated retro skins as well. First of all, this GTI specific speedometer is like a turbine, you could say. Gives you up to 100% boost once you accelerate. But of course there are also, and I think we have seen it somewhere here, once you get to retro skin, you can also change that. Look at that. To the old, let's say, Golf. Is it the Golf 1 dial? I would say it's the Golf 1 dial. I mean, you can even see already by our, let's say, iPhone camera that we're just using, how good the viewing angle is. I mean, even in sunny conditions, I think that's probably the main part. I'm quite surprised how crisp it is. I mean, it looks like somebody has printed something on it, but it's likely some LCD or LED screen or whatever. Very nice, and the design is a lot miles better than what we have in the Golf R. I would love to have that in the Golf R, honestly. Maybe with the old R32 dials, that would be really nice. And also the center screen, it changes to some retro design. I think this is a bit, let's say, odd from my perspective, because we now have the tape showing some retro design here, and the map is, let's say, through an old TV, 4x3 TV. I don't know if I wouldn't need that. I prefer this view, but as you can see, you can combine all of that. So coming back to the steering wheel, first of all, I mean, you cannot see it right here, but this is illuminated. VW logo, you know, from the regular Polo is illuminated. And this GTI is not only a badge, but it's also illuminated. Cannot see that really. It's also illuminated. And the best thing is, it's a button. Once you press that, it's going through, let's say, the drive modes, and we have now switched it to the GTI mode. Let's do that again. Go to regular road mode, and now once you press it, woo, red ambient lighting, which again, for a car of this price range and size, is premium. I mean, I'm astonished how far the leap is that VW has done now. Because if we know that this is the ID2, more or less, the ID, let's say, Polo GTI, you can imagine what will be happening with the whatever bigger cars, ID3, ID4, and ID7, for example. I mean, if they're playing that game with more money and potential back then, of course, that's going to be really, really nice. Yeah, truly amazed. Not much more to say. You could, of course, say, you could argue this is harming a bit because not everybody is, let's say, happy with changing, let's say, the gears on the steering wheel. But I would say it's still okay. And also that wiper indicator is, I think, known from the T-Roc, if I'm not mistaken. At least I liked it there and it worked fine, and I also didn't have issues with that. That's better than in the current ID3. That's for sure, because it's more ergonomic. So let's do one more walk around. Let's do a view at the wheels. I think those must be, what do we have here? We have 19-inch even. Yeah, we have 235s 19-inch, which is also a good thing that they haven't gone with the smaller wheels. We have, yeah, on an electric car in that size, red brake calipers, very, very nice. And you can also see, once we're looking from a side profile, that this front lip comes across really nice. And also the daytime running lights in conjunction with the new ID Polo face look quite aggressive, I have to say. But as said in the beginning, I would rather go with the silver version that's sitting out there. We will do a walk around in just a second again to have a glimpse at what that car looks kind of on the road, because we have here a kind of realistic surrounding a small city within a large hall and a large building that it gives you the idea on how the cars look in real life. And also that this looks almost like a 3-door, because the door handle is just inside here, and yeah, you can say decent space on the rear bench. Those bucket seats, of course, look nice from the back. But I don't know, probably if you're looking for a car like this, you're mostly using it for grocery shopping. You're mostly, let's say, driving on your own or with two people, I would even guess. And yeah, for that, I would even say for a daily car in the lineup, this is a serious option. So let's hop out and get to the silver version once again and end the video. But maybe before we do that, something that you've seen in all the other reviews, it's not too small, and I think this is interesting. I mean, look at that, how deep that gets. You can fit your grocery shopping right in there. Subwoofer from Harman Kardon. No excuses anymore to fit big things in a small 4-meter-like car. And I haven't even showed you all of the views. I mean, we have looked at the retro design, but of course, first time also, you can get the full map that we have right there also over here, even with, yeah, let's say, satellite view. And you can see not all the manufacturers have to leave a bar down there to make it work and be whatever homologation compliant. That looks really nice, especially once you will be driving and that will be turning. I mean, that's the view I usually take once I'm, let's say, in unfamiliar places and don't know where to go, because it is, I would even say, a lot better than a head-up display. Also right there where you want to have it. Yeah, so that's a big leap also, and really looking forward to see that on other cars, VW cars that are let's say releasing soon as well. For the discussion under the video, and really looking forward to drive this car on the road very, very soon.